ain't a rap song, it's red pill
All you
red.
men making these commentary videos saying women have a problem, women make false allegations, women try to ruin men's lives. It's like this that ruins women's lives.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel the world. When you're getting it like that, you can pick out a girl. When you chase your own dreams, you can become a squirrel. As many as you want, straight hair or curl. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, Sigma Nation is on the road to 200K. Could you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and hit that like button for me right now, and let me know how you feel about this video in the comments. But first, hit the like button. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade, the link is in the description. All right, today I'm going to be reacting to 3 videos from TikTok. It's going to be like a compilation of women saying, "Where have all the good men went?" That's going to be for the first 2 videos. And for the third video, it's going to be a woman complaining about guys giving her attention, even though she's doing a lot of things for attention. Now, before we get into this first video, I just want to say, everyone that's going to the Alpha versus Sigma male channel, video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You guys want to be Sigma, welcome to Sigma Nation, all right? You might as well join the party because we're growing up and there's not much that you're going to say to knock me down, all right? Well, no further ado, let's go ahead and get to the first video.
Where did all the good men go?
There's actually 2 things here. Besides me being old enough to be your mother, and there's a lot of women my age still asking that question, where the good guys at? A lot of them are in the friend zone where you left them. And when we have a nice guy, right, we're attracted to him, but then we find out he's just too nice. And
what I want you guys to notice about this woman, right? Notice this. This is an older woman. This is what it's like when a woman has hit the wall and then she starts to understand her wisdom. She starts to understand where she made her mistakes. So you guys need to understand that older women are going to look at younger women and know the mistakes that they're going to make. This is why it is so easy for an older woman to go and date a younger man, because she knows exactly what to do to get him in immediately because she has the experiences. Where women are going to lack at when they get around this woman's age is actually having a man that's going to want them. They're still going to know how to look cute enough to get a man, but they're not going to have enough men available that's going to want them, because guys mature differently than women.
that's the part that makes them unattractive. Instead of shying away, how about speaking up and empowering them? Saying, "Hey, I love. It would be really attractive if you, took the lead. It's more attractive if you take the initiative, or if you call me more, if you set boundaries or challenge me. Because a lot of those nice guys are really just waiting to be empowered, and they can be great men. The other thing is, as you said, 20, 30-year-olds are still into smoking and partying. Well, those guys right there are going to have to go through a whole bunch of shit in their lifetime until they get to be about my age and turn out to be great men. So you either have the opportunity to tell some nice guys to level up, or you have the opportunity to wait for those guys playing around to grow up."
In a way, she's kind of right, but she's also right when she's saying that nice guys don't want to level up because they automatically do not feel like they're good enough. What I want to say is, as you guys start to mature and you start to get older, you will start to notice that the women that you like in your 20s are going to completely change when you are in your 30s. When you are in your 20s, you're mainly going to be chasing women that you desire. In other words, girls that you want to sleep with is going to be the main priority, and you're going to skip their personalities completely, and you're going to end up on my show learning what red flags are. Don't worry, it is completely natural for you to go through that because men have more testosterone in their 20s, so you want to have sex more. It is perfectly natural. Now, as you mature and you get older, you would notice that you would start to look at beautiful women completely different. Because when in your 20s, all the beautiful women are going to run through guys. They're going to treat guys bad. They're going to be really spoiled. And then as they get older, men are going to start to stray away from beautiful women because they're not going to have personality. But you as a man, as you develop more wisdom with your life, you're going to have more personality, and a woman's going to need personality in order to attract you, which is why you'll see a lot of alpha males end up with regular women. All right, we're going to go into the next video, and this is a video that I think a lot of people have done reactions to, but we're going to go ahead and react to it. Let's get to it.
Where are the good men at? Well, a lot of them are sitting under a pile of videos that bash men, and they're too afraid to crawl out. Where are the good men at? They're at the bottom of the trash can of all the hate that's spewed against men every day online by women.
She's absolutely right, but we got to take some accountability. We have a lot of that going on this side as well. But on the women's side, you do have an army of women. You do have these crews of women that are coming up with reasons to hate men for no reason. You have women out there where guys are saying hello to them or trying to flirt to them, and they're using it as harassment. But one thing that I've noticed about these girls that be using it as harassment, they're all ugly women. And talking about a man is harassing them by the way they look, and a man is telling them they're pretty, makes them feel like they're a Barbie doll. So when they try to say, oh, this guy's harassing me, he's doing this and he's doing that, they're pretty much trying to say, I feel important now. But if a guy was never telling her that she's pretty, or a guy wasn't trying to flirt with her, then she'll feel worthless, and then she'll walk around in depression.
And they'd kind of rather stay there than face us. Where are the good men at? A lot of them are sitting in your friend zone because they didn't meet those requirements. They weren't 6 foot tall with six-pack abs, and they didn't have a six-figure salary. So,
She's right. But what a lot of guys, what you have done, don't worry, you made this mistake. You've came up with a fantasy woman as well that you want. This is why you chase the wrong woman, because the wrong woman typically looks like your fantasy. Big titties, big booties, looking sexy, long hair. So you have what you want in your mind as well. You have that type of woman. And then when she rejects you, you get mad. It's the same thing with women. Their standards are so high that they overlook all the good guys trying to get to the fairy tale. The difference between the man and the woman is that a man can lust for a certain woman, but he can love another. It's not like that with a woman. Her infatuations would take over her emotions, and she'll fall in love with it whether he wants her or not.
just pass them by. Where are the good men at? It's probably the guy with the slightly wrinkled shirt behind you at the grocery store, because he was so busy with his work day that he didn't have time to worry about his shirt because he needed to run to the store to get those snacks for his kids. But, you know, he didn't have that $600 suit, so...
What she's talking about is the common guy. The common guy is the one that's going to have the problems in the relationships and the problem with women, because the common hard-working man wants to be a family man. He wants to be a provider. It's just that when he eyes a woman that's on the same level as him, which is what men do. Men are not dumb. Men know at some point early in life, I'm not going to end up with the Barbie doll. I'm not going to end up with the most beautiful girl in the world. But I like the girl at the bakery, so I'm going to try to go get with the girl at the bakery. But when you try to get with the girl at the bakery who may not look the best, who may look cute, she has the mindset of a supermodel, thinking that she's getting ready to end up with Drake. That's where the problem's at. That's what men are complaining about the most, is when they're seeing average ugly women that look average just like them, and he's leveling up and saying, all right, realistically, I can take care of this girl. She's a 4 or 5 and I like her. But when he try to get with her, that 4 or 5 starts to think she's a 9.
Let's not look at him. Good men are everywhere. We spend so much time as women bashing them that we don't even see them.
She's right. And the reason why a lot of these women are bashing men is because it's mind manipulation inside the internet. And as accountability on this side, you know, I'm responsible for a little bit of that because I do it. But I also say I'm not talking about all women at the same time. So I hold accountability for bashing as well. What both sides are doing is men and women have both been programmed to be loners and have both been programmed to not need each other, but yet subconsciously want each other and don't know how to deal with it. All right, next video. Woman says that she's getting attention. I watched a little bit of it, so we're going to react to it together. Before I get started with this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and watch it from here on out.
So apparently all these little baby pea-sized brain men are mad at me right now for the video I took a while back where these men were staring at me and following me. I don't think you guys understand how scary it is to be followed, let alone stared at, while minding your own business on the street. Now all of you men making these commentary videos saying women are the problem, women make false allegations, women try to ruin men's lives. It's shit like this that ruins women's lives.
What women are not understanding is they took the word liberation, and the word liberation says you could do whatever you want to, and harassment could be whatever you want it to be whenever it comes to a man. I've explained this before. A woman walks outside with the intentions of getting attention, no matter what, because when she doesn't get it, she becomes very, very, very miserable. So women are going to dye their hair. They're going to wear certain clothes. They're going to put on the makeup, all for attention to be seen. But she has an agenda as to who she wants to look at her. The person that looks at her that she likes, she'll flirt back. She'll allow him to look at her a certain way. She will allow him to lust for her. That's the whole reason for her making contact. But when she does the same thing for attention and it's a different guy that she don't wants to give her attention, then all of a sudden it's harassment. But what she's not realizing is you're doing something to attract all men the same way. That's where the delusional and dysfunction is with a woman. If you walk outside your house butt naked for attention and 20 ugly guys look at you and 3 good looking guys look at you, the 3 good looking guys, you're going to be happy looking at you. But if they say the same thing as the ugly guys, you're not going to say it's harassment. But when it's an ugly guy you don't want looking at you, then it's harassment, but you're not realizing you're walking naked to attract all men. That's what women don't think about. They don't think about the overall picture. Once again, this is why Muslim women cover up so they can take away the desirement out of a man, so a man is forced to look at her through a spiritual connection. But women need men to look at them like a piece of meat in order for them to feel pretty.
You're constantly contradicting yourself by saying these men were staring at me because of my pink hair, but they weren't staring at me. Or saying they were staring at me only because I was recording, but they weren't staring at me. It doesn't matter. The fact is that they were following me. I got my phone out and I recorded them because if something else happened, I would have used that as evidence. Because something else could have happened. And it has happened to me multiple different times. This shows that you guys do not care about women.
What I don't like is when women like this start saying, oh, these guys are looking at me like pigs, and it happens multiple times, and it happens all the time. These are the girls that naturally didn't get attention. So they sat in the house and they did a whole bunch of funny stuff to get attention. They're going to dye their hair. They're going to wear loud clothes. They're going to be funny. They're going to be like a character. They're going to transform themselves into a character for everyone to look at them, but then get mad when people are looking at them. Why? Because they want to feel like a pretty girl that gets the attention naturally. Them saying, oh, these guys they're always looking at me. She's subconsciously trying to say, I'm so pretty. They just looking at me because I got attention. Right, but you asking for it. Stop. It's harassment when when you're not attracted to the guy that's doing it, but you're luring all the men in.
Women do not care about our safety and find amusement in treating us like this. And you wonder why I make the content I make, or why other people say they hate men. Trigger warning.
One thing that I want to say is, a lot of white women are complaining about relationships when white women always have a beta male white dude ready to marry her at any given moment. That's pretty much all you see. You know what I'm saying? This battle that's happening between men and women, it's just an ongoing battle at this point. In order for you to be in a relationship, you really got to work at it. You really got to be smart. Chances of you finding it is slim to none. Remember, if she ain't holding you down, she's slowing you down. Bottom line, this is Anthony Spade. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and comment. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hasta la vista.